other people waiting desperately. All the trees, that beauty over there is a weeping beech. Have you got one of those in your garden? Look at that tree there, it's smashing. Weeping beech. And then, have a look at that tunnel. It's just been renovated. The former Guild's House of the Tanners. It's mellow-coloured brick. Look at that. Sort of sitting out here for a half hour is only a mere introduction, you realise. Those relieving bolts, that's a staircase, that's a fire, and the little flowers are Mexican neighbours. Now that the belfry, which you might have seen earlier, that landmark, is a secular building, not a church of any kind. The steeple of the clock tower was also a watchtower, the symbol of independence. Now the belfry is right at the 66. The thing worth doing would be to try and scale this spire up to the bell, where people appear. The view from there is breathtaking. So is the climb. Really worth the effort. Up to the bell. You notice the wall, the corner, reminds me of the bow of a ship. A typical shape. This wall. And then the next bridge is known as Blind Donkey. How sad. I wish I knew why there. It's one of those riddles. Blind Donkey Bridge. Yes, I don't know why the name of it is one of those riddles. Notice the frontage with its date, those numerals being tie bars, 16, 14, they were nailed to beams of oak. So they tie the walls together. At the date on the same side of there, so you have 1608. The tie bars are mostly straight, like oak. Fascinating duck carts that were designed for carrier pigeons, the former courts of law. You've got bricks of about every size and colour. They came from kilns all over the earth. Have you met my mother-in-law? I think she lost her contact with Trinidad Green. Oh yes, we get her ever so well, she never said a word. And those walls are thick with the nails, thick and sound. We know that Geoffrey Chaucer, the writer of the Canterbury Tales, once take the route. He might have crossed that bridge, knowing he died in 1400. You had drawbridges made of timber before that. Another cellar door over there. Have you got a little dark flat in the middle of the city? But I was so happy, and that at any time. I wish I would have set myself up. Who works on a Sunday? And a few coops. I think some of those tiny houses were built for gold. If one of them were your house, would you sell it? No, I suppose it wouldn't. Mostly handed down from one generation to the next. I like the house with a few flowers over there. Some people make an effort. How few people know this area. I think it's scared of me, they've all vanished. All of a sudden, something there. It's really odd. of the church over there is most attractive. It's St. Anne's with its walk spire. There is a big centre not far from the church, and there are also visitors in that area. There are 4 that remain and one is in use. That's part of Brugge, it's off the beaten trail on the east side. The neck of the diplomatist. In a hurry. Well, I can, but easily speed up, but that's not my fault. No. That building was an abbey. I'll show you, I'll mention the tie bars, which are very ornate. There's tie bars there. Wrought iron in the tie bar. There are quite a few churches that have same Giles in front of us and same Bulgaria over there to the left. Those step gables, as many as you like, they never lack inspiration, not of their houses, not of craftsmanship. Little faces appear, as well as arched slots, like I've heard about them, all privately owned houses. You can't say this is run down, can you? The house they plan to restore there mentions a date, and even children's faces appear together with masks, you know? From here to the North Sea, that's still at the time about 14 kilometres that direction. There are 4 lock gates between Brugge and the coastal area. Our Dutch neighbours about 18 kilometres, same way and next door. In miles, a mere 80, Brugge Dover as the crow flies. It could also be the same way to on the route. Some people think what's the India? That was who knows? I've come here to show you a tiny house with a rather sad looking teddy at the window. Tiny house. Now the house looks like a church. That one will probably stand as well as a church. The door, you notice how it draws those passing people, I'm sure was made for mighty Goliath, the sheer size of that door. Of the door of the cellar, both the banks. That house of the 1470s is not mine. No, it's not my house. I mean, it's privately owned. It's not a museum. And there are older houses in Brugge, by the way. 1470s, not that. Moby Dick, but composed of plastic people toss into the ocean. See? That's what we do now. We jeopardise our future left the entire globe. So beyond Moby Dick, the statue of Jan van Eyck, the painter of the mystic land, he was born, so was Chaucer in the 14th century. What looks like a church, goes back to his century, I mean, was the palace of the Burgesses, but nowadays it's actually part of the government archives. And the river flowed beyond that point, they found a street instead as far as the market, about 1780 at least. The city was never sacked by any war. I suppose you realise that. It was never rebuilt. In fact, whereas the martyr city of Wyvern, a century ago, was completely leveled. Ever so close to Wyvern, that was rebuilt. This wasn't. The gulls are fishers, they are hunters and also scavengers. Now find rats in the water. Now notice a few rings of iron fixed to the quays on either side of the bridge. They were used, as you can imagine, to moor all kinds of vessels, shallow drafted vessels sailing here. There were barges up to the mid-1950s. All rings of steam there. Yes, some people go very fast. Are in a hurry to die, I think. Beyond that cluster of people, notice the statue in a niche representing the Blessed Virgin, our city's patron saint. In that case, as a mother nursing her child, as well as holding her left foot on the little foot warmer, which she might not be in today then. That statue is most endearing, though. The statue of the Blessed Virgin. I'm afraid that's not my house either. What a pity. There's no point in whinging, but that's how it is. It's privately owned, not a museum. Well, my house is down it's an old farm. Middle of nowhere, surrounded by water. That little straw street, that's the name of it, is a mere country lane. It's windy and narrow. And I'm rather sure it hasn't changed much over the centuries. You see, this is not New York. No, it's not the same thing at all. But a concept altogether. And then a very tall Madonna on the corner of a house of a barefoot mum and queen, the Blessed Virgin, you see.
Обращам внимание на най-малките детайли.
Quando ela provoca tomar ela zona é black daí cara que ela fica bom. Sabe chegar outro cheiro lá né, boa pista né. Aí tá.
То есть казах много къщи, които не са ниви, но не разбрахме коя е неговата.
Romantic gazebo, that picture, something like that. And I'm quite convinced you can easily imagine a city like this by night with the floodlights on to turn into a fairy tale, a thing of beauty.
Чуле,
It isn't a kind of Disneyland, is it?
си представиш града с нощните светлини, било
Well, the
приказно.
houses next to the bridge, those are really out of plumb, aren't they? Wonky.
Приказка от Дисниленд.
Абе ти ще разбере защо давам зор, ама
Аз гледах и защо давам.
Една къща с нова писта виде.
Доста реновиран.
Имаше страшни кочини. Имаше една натрупана вътре багажи.
Това каза, бихте ли продали къща, по-скоро бихте Видите кулички как са тук. Пергола.
Тук ръката ги виждаш, но как са призадани. Как ще му да спред?
Лекото хвилички, отчел се. Дълже.
Пияна? Дусан. Вчера бяха така.
I think I'd rather see the fish market in Athens. It's not quite really interesting, is it? And I don't prefer fish. There's no comparison whatsoever. There is, or there are, a few houses of timber left like those of oak, yet very few. Now London in 1666 must have been smoked. Brick doesn't burn, as you all know. The thatch roofs, for that reason, eventually all vanished, and they became pan tiles, as you can see there. But that's how many houses were formerly. Now those two having a wonderful time at Leapfrog, a thing to do on a Sunday afternoon, isn't it tempting, especially about this weather though. You've got to keep yourself busy, haven't you, one way or another, especially when you retire. Now there's so much to observe. For instance, in the corner of your left tree, that nifty little balcony, which I'm sure was not designed by a computer. Imagine Romeo and Juliet. Isn't it delightful? I think the lampshades might come from IKEA. Well, this was a mere introduction to Brugge. I brought you back alive so far with only one available lifebelt. Have you noticed? Guess whom it is anyway?
Да.
I hope this boat trip, this stroll was enjoyable as well as the information. But if you like, as it's been a custom anyway for ages, a gratuity or a tip is welcome, as it's meant part of our livelihood for decades, and thank all of you. Wishing you a wonderful time, Brugge. Enjoy your holidays, a safe and sound return back home. Thanks for the enthusiasm and your visit. Take care of yourselves and goodbye. Cheerio. And please Keep your, that's it, keep your hand inside the boat, and thanks for the enthusiasm, but keep hands inside the boat. This time I'll shut up at my mother-in-law.
Matang na orang itu. Dos nie mocno.
Я хочу показывать, как на лодке летим плохо,
Это стрелец на